Good morning, everybody. How are you all? Welcome to a beautiful Wednesday morning. My name is, of course, Melissa Johnson, and I am the Principal Psychologist and the Director of Thriving Mind Psychology Clinic located here on the beautiful Sunshine Coast. Now, you'll have to excuse me because I'm still trying to learn what I'm doing here. I am vlogging to you live from my Facebook profile, but I've got my laptop next to me and I'm actually just trying to share this live feed into the Thriving Mind Psychology Clinic Facebook page and also into the group. So I do apologize for not looking at you and taking a little bit of time. I'm sure that as time goes on, I will I will not be as distracted. So, today I am coming to you with a bit of a question. And the question is, what have you been putting off and why? Now, perhaps this thing that you're putting off is something that you actually want to do, or perhaps it's something that you just know that you should be doing. And is the reason why you've been putting it off because you've been getting a bit hooked, as I like to call it, hooked into the same old stories that your mind likes to tell you? Now, I'm asking you this question because I've had a bit of a personal experience and it really got me thinking about this and reflecting on it, and I wanted to share it with you because I think it's probably pretty relatable, and it's an interesting topic and a good topic to be mindful of. So what happened to me last week is, well, actually 2 months ago, I had decided to join the gym. And exercising and doing gym work is not that new to me. I do it fairly regularly. And in fact, I was doing other outdoor training classes, and I decided this year I wanted to mix it up and do something a bit different, and I was going to join the gym. So I finished up with my other classes with the intention of going to the gym and signing up and getting started. The thing is, 2 months later, I still had not joined the gym. And what happened is last week I got to the point where I was feeling pretty super stressed, and I was feeling like I was, doing that juggling all my balls, and I really felt like if I didn't do something soon, I was probably going to start dropping the ball. So I really thought about it, and for me, exercise is my ultimate self-care. I know that for me, if I exercise, it is my ultimate way of managing stress and anxiety. It's also a great, boost for my mood, and it's also really great for my mindset. So I know all of this, and I actually enjoy doing it. I like going to the gym. I like going to gym classes. Yet, I still didn't do it. For 2 months, I didn't do something that I actually knew I needed to do and liked doing. And why didn't I do it? Well, after last week when I just got to that point where that's it, I am dropping everything, I'm going to the gym right now and I'm signing up. And on my drive there, I was reflecting on the reason why I had put this off for so long. And I realized that for the last 2 months, I had been getting hooked into the same old stories that my mind likes to tell me. So I'm wondering if this is something that you've experienced. And I know I often talk to my friends and my family and my clients, and they do tell me some of the same stories that their mind likes to tell them. So there's a bit of a common theme. And these themes are, 1, time. So our mind likes to tell us the same old story about time or time scarcity. So I can't do this because I don't have enough time. That is definitely one. For the last 2 months, I got hooked up in. I can't join the gym because I don't have time. The reality of that is that's not true. If it's something that's really important to us and it's a priority, we will generally always make time. We will find the time. But our mind likes to tell us this sort of story, and we can get hooked into it and believe it without really sitting back and assessing, actually, do I have the time? What else can I do to make time? So that's one common story that our mind likes to tell us is, I don't have enough time. So time scarcity. I think a lot of people can probably relate to that in numerous different examples that our mind likes to tell us all the time, I can't do that because I don't have time. The second common story that our mind likes to tell us is around finances. So often we might find ourselves saying, I can't do that because I don't have enough money or I can't afford it. Now, I'm not saying that that's not the case. Definitely there's times where we can't just do everything that we want financially, and we need to consider that. But what can happen is we can get hooked into this story automatically that we don't have enough money or we can't afford it, without really sitting back and assessing our finances, assessing our priorities, and looking at whether we actually can or not. So that's the second story. Can't do it because we can't afford it. The third common story I often see is it's not a priority. So we can often get caught up and hooked into this story of I can't do it or I shouldn't do it because it's not a priority and I should be doing something else. So that was another one that I noticed I got hooked up into as to why I shouldn't join the gym. Even though I wanted to and I liked it and I know it's good for me, I still got hooked up in it's not a priority. I should be doing other things. Like I should be taking my kids out to do activities or instead of going to the gym. Or I shouldn't take my kids to creche at the gym. That's not nice or not fair, which makes no sense at all. Or I should be working instead of going to the gym. Or I should be spending more quality time with my family than going to the gym. So that's another common story that our mind likes to hook us up with. It's not a priority and it's not that important. Even though when we take a step back, we realize it is actually a priority and it is important, it's so easy to get caught up with this story that our mind likes to hook us into. So that's 3 common examples: time scarcity, finances, and it's not a priority or you should be doing something else. So I really invite you to be mindful of times when you might be getting hooked into that same old story that your mind is telling you. And really take a moment to step back from that and assess the facts and ask yourself, is this really the case? Is it really the case that I don't have enough time or finances or that it's not a priority? And you actually get to choose. So it's kind of like the radio playing the same old song. We've probably all experienced that, when the new songs come out and they're wonderful and great and you hear them about 5 times a day. It's the same thing with your mind. It's just telling you the same old story, the same old song. And you get to choose whether you tune into that or you tune out of it. So you can change the radio station, you can tune out and listen to something else or create another conversation. You do not have to buy into the same old stories that your mind is telling you. Often they're not born in fact. Often they're just unhelpful stories. And because we're thinking it, we assume it's the truth. So that is it for me today. I hope you have found that helpful. So really, I invite you to be mindful around noticing when you're getting hooked into that same old story that your mind likes to tell you. And take a step back from that and be mindful of it and just make a conscious decision around, actually, is this the truth and is this really important to me? Thank you everyone for watching. I see I have a couple of live viewers. I really love it when there is someone watching me and I'm not just talking to myself. So thank you so much. So have a think about it. What have you been putting off and why? And have you been getting hooked into the same old stories that your mind likes to tell you? If so, have a think about whether that story is actually the truth or whether it's just that repeated song that's really boring and I'm so over it. Okay, that is it for me today. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Looking forward to catching up with you all soon. Bye for now.